Welcome back to the Cyclops, and we're working on the big guy here.
Hey there, boys and girls out in YouTube land. This is Clay of Major Disappointment Models. Really hadn't been doing much modeling at all in the last month and a half or so. And I apologize for breaking my promise or my commitment to try to do a video every Friday, but you know, sometimes life gets in the way. So recently, my wife and I were asked to join a board of a new nonprofit that's starting in our county to help families with homelessness, and it's called Family Promise. It's a national organization, and we are going to start the county chapter out here. So I've been working on getting the 501c3 done, you know, employee handbooks, bylaws, you know, paperwork, all that good stuff that I somehow tend to be very good at. So I'm working on that. Then I have my sister-in-law and my wife's sister and her niece show up, and they were here from Hawaii visiting for about a little over 3 weeks, and we were busy, you know, taking them around town and showing them the sights out here and shopping, because there are no stores in Hawaii, so anybody who comes from Hawaii has to visit every store there is out here, especially Trader Joe's. People in Hawaii love Trader Joe's. So, and then we had some issues with our plumbing, and this is a new house, so we had to file homeowner's claim, and they basically in the last couple of days have just ripped out our shower in the master, and they're trying to fix one of the other bathrooms, the shower drain also. They seem to be failing. They may not have been installed properly, so we're going through all that hassle. And
No, I didn't. Honest. I ran out of gas. I had a flat tire. I didn't have enough money for cab fare. My tux didn't come back from the cleaners. An old friend came in from out of town. Someone stole my car. There was an earthquake. A terrible flood. Locust. It wasn't my fault, I swear to God!
so what I have, you know, I think since the last video, I really hadn't touched this in a couple months, but I painted his horn and his eyeball and his claws this kind of off-white. You know, Chris always says, don't use white, use that like antique white or something like that, because the white is too stark. And even with the antique white, it's kind of stark against the brown. Now, if you look closely, you can still see some of the gray primer showing underneath, and I kind of like it. It gives it kind of character. But what I plan to do is put in some darker shades, maybe some brown and some green or something, so it gives it some age, you know, just streak it up, because, you know, claws, you know, like here, you look on this picture here. You look at the horn, it's got this brown streaking going up, you know, it's not one solid bone color. And the same, I'll do the same for the claws. Now I've already tried to do some on the hoofs, because if you look in nature, there's no animal's got a set hoof, this one color. They're usually kind of beat up at the bottoms and whatnot. And that's what I plan to do on this one. So that's the Cyclops. Hadn't really touched it in over a month. Harufa, you know, I did a little bit more on him. As you can see, I got his boots done, got his belt done. Now the thing is, I should have primered this little sucker before I started painting. So this is the first coat of brown or leather acrylic paint, and I'm going to have to put one more coat on it just to get that full coverage. So with the cage, I am all pretty much done with the wood part of it. You know, the wood and the rope I think came out pretty good. The rope looks a lot brighter on camera than it actually is in real life, but I think it looks pretty good. Now the only thing I have left on this is the skull here, and then Harufa's hands. I just gotta paint those in. Otherwise that's done. And once I get that painted, and I did primer the nameplate. So what I want to do is I'm gonna probably paint this like the ground color, and then paint the words or letters gold. And so hopefully the next few days I'll be able to get to that. And tonight we have our modeling meeting for our club, so I'll be popping in a lot of videos from the meeting, you know, of different modelers talking about the models they built. So again, I apologize for not being timely and not keeping my commitment, but life gets in the way, and we all know that, and you got to take care of priorities. So that's all I got. Keep on modeling. And Jim Morris, it's good to see you back in the saddle, buddy. So take care.